Alright, so this week we're going to be learning about how God wants us to know Him, and so our Bible story is the story of Moses, and it's found in Exodus 19 and 20. So this story takes place near a mountain where Moses was staying with the Israelites that he was with. So Moses went up the mountain to talk to God, and God told him to tell the Israelites to remember how He took care of them and released the Israelites from being slaves in Egypt. And He told them that they had to obey Him, and they will be God's people. So Moses went back down the mountain, and he told the people what God had said. And the people agreed to obey what God wanted them to do. So God told Moses to tell the Israelites to spend 3 days preparing themselves. So they washed all their clothes, and they got all ready to meet God. And God told them that they couldn't come too close to this mountain, because the mountain was a holy place. So there was a spot that the Israelites could not cross because it was too close to the mountain. So the day came when the people were ready to meet God, and they gathered right there near that spot where they couldn't go any further toward the mountain. And God came. He was there. They felt Him. There was thunder, and they shook all over because they knew that God was mighty. So God told Moses to come back up the mountain, so Moses climbed back up the mountain to meet God. And while Moses was on the mountain, God gave him rules to tell the people below. The rules explained how God wanted them to live. Here's the first thing that God said: "I am the Lord your God who rescued you from the land of Egypt, but you were slaves. You must have no other God but me." God wanted people to know that He was the only real God. He wanted the people to know that He was the only one who had rescued them from the terrible life that they lived in Egypt before. And God explained that the people shouldn't worship idols, and that they should only worship God. And they shouldn't just use the name God like any other name. It's a holy name. And He said that 1 day a week should be set aside for people to worship, and they shouldn't work on that day. And that day is Sunday for us. That's the day we go to church, and that's the day that we worship God together with our entire church family. And He told Moses to tell the people to obey their parents, to not kill people, to make marriage a special promise, to not take anything that didn't belong to them, to tell the truth, and to be happy with the things they had. So Moses went back down the mountain and told the people all the rules God wanted them to follow. And the people were scared, and they stood really far away from the mountain. And the people said, "Moses, you must speak to us yourself. We'll listen to you, but please don't let God speak directly to us, or we will die." They were scared because they had made an idol, because it took Moses so long to go up and down the mountain, and they started to not trust God anymore. So they made an idol, and they were scared of God then. Moses told them not to be afraid, and that God wanted them to respect Him and obey the rules. So God eventually forgave the Israelites for breaking the rule of having no other gods before Him, and for making an idol because they didn't trust God at that moment. So God wants us to understand Him and realize that it's important to follow Him. The Israelites learned a lot about God. They learned that there is only one God, and He is special. And they learned that God has many important rules for them to follow, but there are 10 that are the most important rules for them to follow, and those are the 10 Commandments. Alright, so for today's craft, you're going to need the 10 Commandments printed out. They're in the activity document. You're going to need some scissors, some glue. I'm going to use a manila envelope for this project, but you can use, if you have craft sticks or construction paper or anything like that, you can use that. This is actually not a manila envelope, this is a file folder. And then you need some sort of ribbon or string or yarn or anything like that. And then anything to decorate it with. I have some stickers and some stamps. There's a little smiley face, and some heart stickers and all sorts of things. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is cut out each of the 10 commandments. So just cut right around each of the commandments, cut them out separately. And so I'm going to do that, and I'll let you know what to do next. Alright, so I have them all cut out. This is the last commandment. And so you're going to have them all cut out, and then you're going to take your craft sticks, your construction paper, your file folder, anything like that you have, and you're going to glue them on. But make sure that you leave a big space around the edge that you can decorate and color and everything. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to cut out each of these pieces from the construction paper, the manila envelope. This is not a manila envelope, this is a file folder. I'm going to cut this out with a big edge around it so I can decorate it. So I'm going to do that, and I'll let you know what to do next. Alright, so I decorated some of them with hearts. It's kind of funky in here. And some of them with some smiley faces. So the next thing you're going to do, you're going to have to flip them all over. And make sure that you keep them in the same order. So I'm going to flip all of mine over. Alright, there we go. And then you're going to take the ribbon, and you're going to start it at the bottom, and you are going to glue it down or tape it down or anything like that, and then you're going to make a big loop at the top and then take it back down the other side. So I can kind of show you here. So you're going to need a nice big long piece of ribbon. I'm not going to tape it down right now, but you're going to put it up one side, and then down the other side, and then you'll end up with a loop at the top, a loop right here at the top. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll let you know how it looks at the end. Alright, so this is what it looks finished from the front, and then so on the back it's all taped together. On the front now you have a little ladder-like thing that has all 10 commandments, and then you can hang it somewhere in your bedroom or anywhere in your house so that you can remember the 10 commandments. So I'm going to go hang this in my bedroom, and yeah, I hope y'all remember the 10 commandments, especially the one where it says to obey your parents. Make sure you obey your parents. So I'll see you guys all next week. Bye.